What is going on, everyone? Welcome to some more Littleroot lettering. So today we are playing Ceruledge on the back of a really good performance in Milwaukee a couple weeks back. This is a deck that kind of got a little bit better thanks to MEG Evolution, so I'm very excited to jump in. So starting off, we have 4 Charcadet here. I'm playing this one because it has the most HP of all the Charcadets. That's literally the reasoning behind it. There's, for whatever reason, like 8 Charcadets that have been printed, and yeah, excuse me, 9 10 Charcadets that have been printed in what, 3 years or whatever. So yeah, just a ton of this Pokemon. Playing 3 Ceruledge here as well. Let's actually talk about like the main attacker of our deck. So for a single fire energy, we do 30 plus an extra 20 for each energy card in our discard pile. We are also a Terra Pokemon. This might come up here in a minute. We'll talk about that when we do. Notably, thanks to the new addition of Solrock Lunatone, you're able to discard basic fighting energies to draw cards. But you have to have both of these out at the same time to be able to make that work. No big deal. Solrock also just does 70 if you have both on in play for a single fighting energy. Very, like, honestly, 70 for 1 is absurd amounts of damage. Running out our Pokemon, we have 1 Fezandipiti, obviously, and then 1 Squawkabiliy EX as well. Once during your first turn, you may discard your hand and draw 6. Incredible ability here for this deck, being able to just pitch your hand, get rid of all these extra energies, be able to cycle into something new. For supporter, actually, let's see. Supporters, we have 4 Carmine. If you go first, you can use this during your first turn. Discard hand, draw 5. So it's just, you know, Professor's Research, but worse. But also you get to play it on turn 1. We have 1 Professor's Research. We have 1 Judge. Each player shuffles their hand into their deck and draws 4. I think I like this more than Iono in this list. Being able to just like always be able to consistently draw 4 seems okay. I don't know. I could take it or leave it. This is what the list I found was playing, so that's what we're going to be playing. 3 bosses, pretty standard, and then 1 Professor Turo scenario. Pick up a Pokemon, put it back into your hand, so you can do stuff with just being able to like remove damage from your Pokemon seems very, very cool. And then we're playing a single Briar here as well. You can only use this card if your opponent has exactly 2 card prizes remaining. And then during your turn, if your opponent's active Pokemon is knocked out by damage from a Terra, you can take an additional card. So that's why I mentioned earlier that Ceruledge is a Terra type. So it's going to be useful with Briar from time to time. We have 2 Fighting Gong here. Search your deck for basic fighting or basic fighting energy or basic fighting Pokemon. So notably, this can tutor for Solrock or Lunatone. Or if you already have both online, you just get a basic fighting energy. So now your Lunatone's able to draw you cards still. 4 Nest Ball to be able to set up, get whatever Pokemon we need. We have 2 Earthen Vessel. Not really surprised, you know, discards cards, be able to pull out energies, pretty good for our deck. 1 Pal Pad to get back our supporters. 4 Ultra Balls, another way to just discard cards, as well as like get our Pokemon online that we need. 3 Night Stretcher, be able to pick up, you know, either a Pokemon or just like a basic fighting energy to be able to cycle again is always good. And then 1 Jamming Tower, because we don't use tools. For energies, we have 15 basics between 9 and 6 between fighting and fire. We're playing 2 Jet Energy. This is played onto a bench Pokemon. It comes into your active slot. 1 Mist Energy prevents all damage, prevents all effects done by Pokemon to your active. As we kind of saw last week with Alakazam, this can kind of just shut certain decks down. And then we're playing 1 Legacy Energy as our ace spec, where this is a Rainbow Energy, and if the Pokemon is knocked out, your opponent takes 1 less prize. So that's the deck. I have played a handful of games with this deck. It's really powerful. I'm very excited to jump in with it and see what we can do. Alright, opponent is calling the coin flip. And I think we want to go first in this deck. I can see that being incorrect. I'm not entirely sure. Let's go first and find out. No basic here means we just had to wait for a second. Alright, we have mulliganed, looks like, twice here. But we do find... I'll throw out a Solrock here. No reason to throw Charcadet down yet. We're just going to be able to do this on our first turn, so it ain't no big deal. So we can go Fighting Gong, get Lunatone, discard, draw 3. Okay, opponent is just playing Zard here. So we'll Fighting Gong, get Lunatone. Lunatone, activate. Okay, we'll Nest Ball, go get... Oh yeah, we'll grab a Squawk here. We'll play Charcadet. I think we want to energy on Charcadet. We'll Nest Ball, go get Fez. And then we will Squawk and Seize. Throw out a Jamming Tower. And call it a turn. Okay, pretty good turn 1 here. I think because we have the 4 Carmines in our deck, I think I like going first. Okay, Artisan's going to come out for our opponent. They are going to get to set up here. Going to grab Ethan's Centiquil. Not where I thought this was going to go. Ethan's Adventure here. So this is not a... I don't think this is a deck we've actually played against yet. So Ethan's Typhlosion does extra damage for each copy of Ethan's Adventure in your discard pile. Ethan's Adventure searches for 3 combination of Ethan's Pokemon and basic fire energies and puts them into your hand. So opponent is going to be able to set up here. Yeah, okay. But I think this is fine because we can just knock out this Charmander this turn. So I could... Let's Artisan. I think we're just going to grab another Charcadet here. We have one prized, interestingly. So I could pitch and hope we draw another energy. I could also just bring out Ceruledge, but I don't think that's correct. Like, granted, we're KOing this Charmander, but I don't think I really... I don't want extra damage on Charcadet yet. So I think what we're going to do... We're going to do the greedy play. Never punished. We will pitch this fire energy. I think we just grab double fighting so we can equip and be able to pitch next turn. Cosmic Beam, KO your Charmander. Ka-chow. Okay, there's a Carmine. Not terrible. So we can Turos pick up our Solrock if they do damage on it. Bring up Charcadet, replace Solrock. Evolve into Ceruledge KO. Okay, so they have their Fez online. They're gonna Artisan here, probably grab another Charmander. Okay. Now, one of the upsides of this deck that our opponent is playing, they are a one prize Pokemon like deck. So it is going to be difficult for us per se, because we had to KO 6 of our opponent's Pokemon versus them having to KO 3 of ours, right? That's the upside of being able to play this. So Ethan's Cool Lava here. Once during your turn, you can search for an Ethan's Adventure. So this is how they are able to get their engines online. So what they can do here, Ethan's Cool Lava, get Ethan's Adventure, play Ethan's Adventure, go get 3 more Cool Lava, and be able to go tutor up their other 2 copies as well. And then next turn they can go get like triple Typhlosion. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, so this gives them energy for turn. I need to read Typhlosion when it comes up. I'm not entirely sure how the card is worded. Let me just pull it up. So Ethan's Typhlosion does 60 more for each Ethan's Adventure in your discard. So it can do 240, 280 total. It's not bad. And draw your 3. Attack here for 40. So we can KO with Ceruledge, but I don't think we want to do that because that gives them that will let them get they'll just instantly KO me back because they have another. I mean, they pitched their Ethan's Adventure that we knew about. We're gonna evolve this one. We're gonna play Legacy Energy on it. Let's Lunar Cycle away this Fighting Energy. Okay. So we can't KO. We could. I don't like Carmining here. I don't particularly. Let's Earthen Vessel away a Carmine. Just because I want to thin out the deck a little bit here. So that next turn our hand looks a little better. I could Ultra Ball here, go get a second Ceruledge. Just in case they have like bosses, bring this one up KO. That's something I'm really worried about. Not really. Yeah, I think we just attack here for 70. Just call it a turn. Notably, we can't use Artisan. Our bench is full, and 2, we're out of basics in our deck. So opponent is going to get to evolve here. Oh, this is not on evolution. I thought it was just strictly on evolution. Okay. So now they have their 4th adventure. Able to one-shot now. I'm presuming this is just going to be like double Typhlosion Quilava. Oh yeah, we knew about that one in hand. The non-full art is the one we didn't know about. One thing I wish that TCG Live did that like Magic Arena does, known cards in your opponent's hand are revealed. Which I think would be very nice, because things like that Night Stretcher, I don't know what our opponent just picked up. And I could probably figure it out if I wanted to go through and actually, like, pretty sure it's just a basic fire energy. Okay, they have Prime Catcher, which they're going to use here to be able to pull up our Ceruledge and KO, it looks like. Yeah, okay. Oh, they're just going to go for Fez. Okay. I think I'm fine with that as well. If they take 2 here, we bring up Ceruledge KO. Is that they played? The Pokemon this card is attached to doesn't have a rules block. It does 30 more damage. I was trying to read 2 EXs. Okay. So opponent's going to take 2 prizes here. We're going to bring up Ceruledge. We're going to play Charcadet. Play Basic Fire. I could Turo's just to reset this Solrock, just so it doesn't have damage on it, but I don't think that really matters. Let's draw 3. Judge is interesting. Kind of want to save it just so we have this Briar. Yeah, let's just KO here for exactly 170. Okay, there's our 4th Charcadet. We do have a Ceruledge in the yard. No, we don't. So both of our other Ceruledges are in deck. Okay, there's the big boy himself, Charizard. When you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve, you may search your deck for 3 basic fires and attach them to any way you would like, and then it does 180 plus 30 for each prize your opponent has taken. So, pretty good. You're gonna set up their Charizard, set up another Cyndaquil here. We have not drawn a single bosses this game. Okay, Ethan's Adventure. I'm presuming this is gonna get, oh, just a single Typhlosion. Are they out of Quilavas? And he also does that Artisan on field, so... Okay, they're out of basics, it looks like. Or they just chose not to get one there. Also a possibility. So what does our win condition look like right now? I think it's to KO this Typhlosion. Zard, then we'll do 80, 180, 210, 240, exactly 270. So then what? Opponent takes 1 here. So let's think for a second. I need to read Squawk. Squawk does not do anything. Got it. I'll bring up Charcadet then. Let's do this. Can I please... Okay, I have a boss. Need to read. It is just energy. So right now we're doing 6, 7, 8, 9. $180, $210. It's not enough to KO Charizard. I do think I want to bring up. Let's bring up this Zard. I can Night Stretcher. Back the Ceruledge. This isn't going to be enough to KO. I'm putting out this Charcadet. It's currently 210. Yeah, let's 210 here. They're gonna KO us back. Go down to 1 prize. Yeah. I think the line to victory was... I don't know. But I don't think this was it. No, because this is only 240 right now. Oh, they can take up Squawk. Yeah. And now I can't KO Charizard and Typhlosion in the same turn. I think taking out Typhlosion would have actually just been better. I still would have needed 2 turns to KO this, and I don't think that was going to be a possibility. Alright, hear me out. We need something desperate, and I don't know what this looks like, but... I don't know what something desperate looks like here in this situation, but... yeah, this doesn't do anything, right? Okay. Yeah, opponent was able to just attack the right Pokemon, basically, is what it came down to, I think. And I don't think we did. Yeah, KO here. But then Typhlosion just takes us out. Oh, really close game. I think taking the Charizard line was incorrect. I think if I was going to KO something this turn, I should have KO'd the Fez. I should have KO'd the Fezandipiti, because that would have put us down to 2 prices. They KO Ceruledge this turn. We then... right now we're doing 11... That's 22, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. I think there's a world where we could have KO'd the Charizard in 1. I think we should have taken the Fez. That was our win condition. Yep, really close game. I think KOing the Fez and then being able to KO the Charizard was our win condition. And I think I just realized it a little too short. Yeah, a little too short. Oh well. Alright. Opponent is calling the flip. Tails. Comes up heads. I think we want to go first. This hand kinda butt. Hand kinda major butt. I think I'm just immediately ripping this Squawk. Okay, we're playing against Dragapult. Yeah, get me out of here. This hand butt. go grab a Lunatone. Say go. Fighting Gong would be a great draw. Fighting Gong into, or just Solrock, either or. Ultra Ball would also kind of be fine. But then we need to draw Ceruledge. Hilda is going to grab presumably Neo Upper and Dusclops. Oh, Luminous. Okay. Also acceptable. That is not really what I wanted to see. Squawk. It says up to. I don't want to attach any. I don't want to attach any. It says up to 2. I don't want to attach any. Why did it make me? I guess powering up Fezandipiti would not be the worst idea here. Okay, opponent's gonna get Dracloak online. Here comes Dusclops. So this is not a version of the deck I don't think we have, we haven't played, but the Dusclops Dust Noir line, Dusclops and Dust Noir allow you to knock themselves out to put various amounts of damage counters on. Dusclops is 5 on anything. Dust Noir is 13, so able to really just KO a bunch of things. And they're gonna bring up Fez here. Alright. Here's the play. Retreat into Squawk. Squawk is going to motivate. I'm actually going to attach to Charcadet here. Because then we can retreat, go into Charcadet, and KO. Is this good? Absolutely not. But our hand is really bad. Okay, opponent's gonna KO, bring up Badu, presumably. Yeah, okay. Putting damage on Charcadet. Please unbrick me. That kinda unbricks me. Holy. Gonna pick back up their Dusclops. Evolve, KO my Charcadet. Oh no, they just played this. Oh, they're gonna bring up my Charcadet this way and KO. That's annoying. But then I can bring up Lunatone. Oh. Okay. So let's see. Please draw me something. Okay, nest ball. I can't play yet. Go away. Hand is so bad. Okay, Earthen Vessel's not bad. But they can just attach and KO. And then we're kind of back to square one again. Yeah, our opponent has had a pretty average draw, and our hand has been atrocious this game. And it really shows. They did pick up the Dustclops, right? No, they didn't. They just picked up the Dust Coal. Okay. Yeah, opponent does not want to Iono us when our hand has been this bad. Yeah, now they get to double KO this turn because they KO Charcadet. I bring up whatever, and then they KO it as well. And they get to draw 8 off of Lily still. Insane. I think I'm giving him Squawk. Squawk has done his job. Not very well, but he did his job. Notably, they're not gonna get to take a prize off this Charcadet. They are only gonna take 2 prizes this turn. Unless I give him Lunatone. I could give him Lunatone here. But I don't think Squawk is doing anything. And then we're back to even on prices. Actually, they could KO Charcadet, KO, or 50 on Lunatone, put the other 60 on Lunatone. Thanks for playing Lunatone. This prevents our opponent from taking a prize this way. Yeah, okay. Alright, let's start with a nest ball. Get Solrock. Put Lunatone into play. Earthen Vessel away. This Mist Energy, I don't think I'm gonna need it. Grab one of each. Play Charcadet. Attach for turn. Lunatone draw 3. Fez draw 3. Nest ball, go get another Charcadet. And now I can motivate, put the fire energy on Charcadet. So it doesn't matter what they do, I'm going to be able to have something online this next turn. I don't think it's going to be enough, but if they can evolve, yeah, that's game. Okay, because they now can KO something. Yeah, they KO Fez. I take a prize, but it doesn't matter. And then they just bomb, they Phantom Dive and KO me. Yeah, okay. The writing is on the wall. Man, running kind of cold today. Can we go 3 for 3 on coins? Yeah, okay. Can we get a win? Can we not brick immediately here? The hand is not very good once again. Holy. Like Ghastly. Is this Mega Gengar? Alright, that was an incredible draw. We will grab... We'll grab Solrock because there's only one of those and we can draw into Lunatone. Earthen Vessel, we'll pitch one of these, go get a Fire Energy. Attach Carmine away the rest of the hand. And we Nest Ball, go get Lunatone. Nest Ball, go get Squawk. Play Charcadet. Squawk back up to 7. Or back up to 6, I'm sorry. Throw out a Jamming Tower, tell you to get over it and go. Alright, so that was a pretty okay first turn. We didn't get to use Lunatone, which is kind of not great, but we kind of got to do everything else. Alright, Buddy Poffin. Gonna bring out a Toxel? Okay, I really don't know what's going on here. The Ghastly makes me think this is Mega Gengar. But the other, like, supporting cast here, I just don't know what they do. Whatever tool they get, they can't use. Okay, that doesn't really do anything here. We have 5, so that's 130 we're attacking for. I grab a Dawn off their Poke Gear. Pretty okay draw. Fire Energy. We'll evolve both. And I think I'm just KOing. Jamming Tower means that their helmet doesn't do anything. Nest Ball is not a very good draw. It lets us get Fez, I guess. I want to take these Ghastlies out because I'm not entirely sure. I can't remember what Mega Gengar does. Mega Gengar EX. That is in Japanese. That is blurry. Can I just get a copy, please? What does Dawn do? So deck for basic, stage 1 and stage 2, put them into your hand. Okay. So Mega Gengar is 350. If one of your dark Pokemon is knocked out by damage, that player takes 1 fewer prize card. Okay. And then for double darkness, they do 230 and swap around some energies. Well, currently this Haunter is getting KO'd. Ultra Ball, pitch Night Stretcher bosses. Get Toxtricity. Now I get to read what it does. Once during your turn, you may use this ability. Search your deck for a basic dark energy, and attach it to one of your bench dark Pokemon. Shuffle your deck. If you attach energy to a Pokemon this way, put 2 damage counters on it. So I kind of want to just bring up the Toxtricity and KO it. You need to get another energy in the yard that way. So I'm currently only doing 130. So let's go Ultra Ball, pitch these two. We'll grab Fez this way. And we're gonna boss up the Toxtricity and KO it so they can't accelerate anymore. I don't care if they have Gengar. Gengar is not my concern. Okay, that's actually a pretty okay draw. Like, Gengar isn't one-shotting me, which is the big thing. Yep, there is the boy. Pull it up, just so everyone can read. Like I said, if one of your dark Pokemon is knocked out by damage from an attack from one of your opponent's Pokemon, you take 1 less prize. So they're gonna 230 me. They're gonna move an energy around. Presumably this is going to Haunter. No, it's going to Viper. Okay. Don't particularly care about that. I could just bring up the Viper and KO it. I don't take a prize that way, but then this is at least offline. But I'm not really worried about it. Yeah, I think I need to take out this Gengar first and foremost. So let's start with a Carmine. Okay, that's very good. Let's Lunar Cycle. I don't think I'm gonna throw a I don't think I want to throw Mist Energy on anything. I could throw it on Fez just so I have Retreat if I need to. I don't hate that. Because 190 over 2 turns is still going to KO. Opponent's going to take 2 prizes here, but granted, if they drew a Dark Energy. Or a way to get to a Dark Energy. Naturally. Naturally, why wouldn't they naturally draw it? Alright. Ceruledge down, but Mega Gengar is also going to go down. And we still have a hand our opponent doesn't. Well, our opponent is getting 2 free cards here, so. Alright, let's start with a flip the script. I love drawing that Charcadet here. So we can Legacy Energy there. We'll go ahead and Lunar Cycle. I don't think I care about anything else going on. I think we just KO. Take our 1 prize here. Or our 2 prizes. Yeah, because this is a Mega Pokemon. I was gonna bring up the Sableye. Which tells me they don't have another Mega Gengar immediately. It's gonna punch me for 20. It's definitely an out. It's definitely something you can do. Yep. Alright, let's Night Stretcher back this Ceruledge. I know I have one in hand, but I'm just clicking buttons. Out here just clicking buttons at this point. Single prize remaining. I don't know what our opponent's out is, but I don't think it's the Viper. It helps that we drew essentially an extra 30 cards over our opponent this game too. I don't know, deck's kind of cool. I like the Toxtricity stuff. I like the big basics, but I don't think this Viper's it. I don't think the Sableye's it. I don't know. I definitely think there's something you can do with Mega Gengar, but I just don't think our opponent's not really a fan of what our opponent was doing with their build. Alright. So a 1-2 finish today. Not the greatest, but I also think we learned a lot about like how this deck is played. I think this deck is very good. You play a ton of energies, which I always think is really interesting. Yeah, just a lot of really interesting things going on with this deck. I like that we have these energy resource decks like Ceruledge. I've always kind of been a fan of. Just being able to like use energies as a additional resource is really cool. And granted, we're not ever using this second attack. I don't think you ever are going to be in a position where you really need to. So I think the way this deck is built is very clean, very good. I like the jamming tower. Again, I think the judge is kind of whatever. I could see dropping judge for like a second research maybe. I think Briar, it didn't come up, but I think there's definitely situations where it could come up. Yeah, this deck's just really fun. I've really enjoyed playing it. So let's open some stuff, see what we get going on here. Got 8 packs today. Full Art Steelix is pretty. Heliolisk, Fighting Gong, Lunatone. Yveltal, Scorbunny, Yveltal. Grafii, Wally's Compassion, Meganium. Come on, give us something cool. Volcanion, Nickit, Meganium. Getting a bunch of resources to build more decks is all we're doing today. Hey, Mega Latias, there we go. Alright. That is one I'm not maxed out on yet, so we'll take that. More Yveltals. Switch. Spearow. More Lunatones. Wally's Compassion. Mega Signal. Yeah, a whole lot of nothing in today's opening. Holy. But I think that's going to be it for today, everyone. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, have a good one. Peace.